Oh,
Are you?
I just got off work, so I thought I'd pop on. It's full house tonight. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a chunky panel this evening. We're filling out the
Chunky?
master.
I take offense to that.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. We're squeezing in. So how do you feel about all this? Where do you stand with the?
Do you know what I said, didn't I, on the news flash the other day? Thomas Markle Jr. You know, after all we've watched Harry and Meghan do, I'm sure we can forgive Thomas Markle Jr., who did make me laugh when I watched your post. And I know a lot of people don't agree with it, but I thought it was funny. But your family must be tired now. It must be so gut-wrenchingly frustrating to have been placed in the situation you have, to watch it all roll out. There must be so many emotions connected to it. And we all deal with things differently, right? So you've been placed in this fishbowl kind of world with no way to put your voice out there, yet the people stand with you. And, you know, carry on doing you, because I'd rather watch you do that harmless sort of skit than watch a old frail woman and go to a grave that way and watch Catherine being mocked online over a chemotherapy, to be honest. So if people are insulted by your behaviour and we can just, you know, it's just, so the people are with you, Thomas Markle Jr. and your family. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, look at the wake of destruction and hate and pain that's left. She just came in and just bam, 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 and then left. And I mean, it's just like, what did she leave? What did she leave in her path? Nothing. Nothing but hurt, and it's just crazy.
That's why I've got something to ask you as well. Is at your family dinners, right? Your family get-togethers. Do you even discuss her?
Where?
That's the Tom. When you have a family get-together, does her name even leave your mouth?
Usually after you eat something bad and you throw up, then it comes out. But no, I mean, it's just me and my father. I've been here every day for him since he had a stroke over 2 years ago, and so it's just him and I. And then occasionally we've been out to visit Samantha a couple times, but how
does he feel about all this? I mean, he must be heartbroken. How does he express himself when he speaks about Meghan?
Utter disappointment. You know, first of all, he would like his money back.
So sad.
From the college.
You know, one thing that Tom said when he did a live when you came in, you said, and we were talking, and you said you were very upset and frustrated because you said you used to have a regular, normal life, and suddenly you get this stalker reporter come to you out of the blue, and you know they get you outside the garage or something like that, and your life changed. And when you guys asked for help, it was denied, and instead you were ridiculed for it. But I remember your frustration and his shock, and people don't get that. You didn't ask for any of this. Neither did your father. Neither did Samantha.
Nope. It was overnight. It was an overnight change. That's why I wrote that letter, because I did reach out to try and get the paparazzi to leave me alone, and all the photographs and the smear campaign articles out everywhere saying hillbillies, drug addicts, alcoholics, prison ex-convicts. It's just like, what? Who does that?
Yeah. You know? It is organized attacks and destruction through media, 100%.
Prince Philip used to say that Meghan reminds him of Wallis Simpson, draws parallels with her. They've got a lot in common. Do you think it's like history repeating itself, and do you have an idea where this could end up? You know, the situation that we're in now, could it get any worse?
Well, you never know really what you're dealing with when you have the Sussex Squad involved, because these people incite violence. They have so much racism going on in their community. That they are the most racist people I've ever seen and read comments on ever. And the documented death threats, the people getting their houses burned down, you never know. So it could always get worse. And I've said that several times. I said, if anything happens to me, Samantha, or my father, there's only one person to go after, and that's Meghan Markle, because she is the queen of the Sussex Squad, and she controls these people. There's there's copied texts of their emails and their Twitter accounts of like, good job, squatties, your quarterly bonuses are in your accounts. Check your accounts. That's sick.
Yeah.
You know, she's paying these people to attack people online. Anybody who says anything bad about her. And at any time she could have put an end to this. But if you say it can get any worse, I think it's coming down to the wire now. All the shit's going to hit the fan. But and that's all that's Meghan is going to have left is the Sussex Squad. Nobody else likes her. That's all she's going to have left. So good job, Meghan.
Sorry, Tom, are you fearful that this could like escalate?
Oh, you know, I look over my shoulder all the time. I take pictures of suspicious people, and I've got a few of them and their license plates. And I've already told all my friends, showed pictures. You know, I have a pretty good network here. So,
yeah, good.
I want to ask you something, Tom.
One second, Paul. Can I just say to everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Can you make sure you smash the like button? Can you all share this post as much, or share the stream, sorry, as much as you can? Just take a second to just do that while I talk a lot of nonsense for 30 seconds, because I want to make sure we get this as far out there as we can for Tom. We're competing with a lot of mainstream media who are doing just absolute destruction to this man's reputation. And I hope you all understand when I go on my rants about freedom of speech and all the rest of it, and when it comes to YouTube and, you know, maintaining a place where people can have a voice, I get very passionate about it. So
Ron, I just want to say something. I'm not saying that Meghan is like Wallis Simpson. I'm saying that there are similarities, and Prince Philip nicknamed her Wallis Simpson. Meghan, okay, it's not me. I'm just saying, putting that out there.
No, Victoria.
I wanted to ask Tom, you've had your channel for a long time, right? And I've seen your Instagram things because you've been Instagramming for a while. You've had YouTube for about a year now, and and it's only when you hit like Megan Small said, when you got to the pregnancy thing that you get clapped back. Does it put you off?
Correction.
Because does it put you off?
Correct. I've done that before. Twice. Yeah.
I'm also just about to post
now, because now you're more outside.
Some of my previous videos in the first like 6 months, or I've done some actually pretty funny things. I had a balloon under my shirt. And I think it was I don't know, I leaned over a candle and it popped, and I made a joke about it. Oops.
Yeah.
So
I'm about to share Tom's YouTube channel. We've got just over 3,000 people watching on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube all combined. I'm about to post Tom's channel. Can we all just see if we can get, I mean, maybe 1,000 of you who are watching aren't subscribed to his channel. Can we just all go and make sure we give the channel an algorithmic boost? And if you want go and subscribe, go to his latest video and leave 2 comments. Just, you know, say, oh, great video, and leave 2 comments. This is going to boost the algorithm. It's going to, you have no idea. And this is a way that we can fight back that is obtainable to us all. So yeah, there's my little rant over.
But you know, Megan Small, remember a while ago, just like a week ago, I was telling you I can't find your channel. Remember?
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens regularly where my channel, it's not really shadow banned, but you can't find it in the search engine, where before you would be able to type the first 2 letters and it would pop up. Now it's like you got to actually type in the entire name and then search for it down below. It's somewhere down there. I mean, it happens. It seems to go through lulls and little waves of that. But at the end of the day, you just got to keep pushing through. And I feel like Thomas Markle Jr. is getting this kind of attention now because his channel is growing.
Yeah.
He didn't get that much attention at the beginning, which is why they didn't pick up on the earlier videos and his earlier jokes.
Yeah.
But now that he's got over 30,000 subscribers, they're going to start paying attention to him.
Correct.
And also because people have discovered more of Meghan Markle, who she is. She doesn't have she's more exposed. Her lies are more exposed. Don't you think, Molly?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. People are finally waking up to who she actually is. And I feel like that's what Tom should be, what's the word that I'm capitalizing on right now? He should be talking about all the BS that she brought up, rebut it. Talk about your previous experience with your dad and stuff. Like, just show that she is a constant pathological liar. Like, I didn't know that your father would always hold on a second. I didn't know that your father would always be buying toys to donate to children. Like, I did not know that. And I bet a lot of people do not know that about your father too. It's just the narrative that she has spun out into the media right now.
Can I just throw it over to Michelle? The people in the side chat are calling out for you. So let us hear what you're thinking here.
Well, like I said, I think that all of us here in the Megxit community, you know, we support Tom, and whether you agree with his humor or don't agree with his humor, we all have to remember he didn't ask to be here. You know, they were just living their life, and Meghan went off and married someone, and they've been attacked relentlessly in the media. Yeah. And it's funny, Meghan's Mole, because I literally was looking for your channel, and I would put Meghan's Mole, and you wouldn't pop up.
Yeah.
Literally, I was like, oh my God, what happened to her? Where is she? Then finally, after like 4 times, you popped up. That's so funny you said that.
You have no idea how many like mini heart attacks I have during the day because people message me like, oh my God, I can't find your channel on YouTube. I can't find your channel. And I'm like, oh, it's still there.
Right. But I think we have a really good community here. And a lot of people now are kind of waking up to Meghan and Harry, because a lot of us have been out here for 2 or 3 years. Like, I started literally the day of the Oprah Winfrey interview. I was one of the first people on TikTok, and I called out her interview, and I got so much hate. I was literally shadow banned from TikTok for a year. And one of my videos has almost 4 million views, but the amount of hate that I got scared me. It scared me off of TikTok, and I'm coming back. But I mean, I never in my life had dealt with so much hate before, but I was calling out the inconsistencies, and now everyone is doing it. Every time you turn around, there's another news channel doing it. But I think people like Paula and Megan Smole and myself, we've been out here for years, dealing with a lot of hate. And so now you have people like Tina, who's over on TikTok, and she's got a great following, and she has a great message. So I like the fact that people are waking up, but we're still being attacked. They're still trying to silence us. So
the great thing with Tom Markle Jr. is that even GB News and Talk TV, they didn't say you lied or that your skit was a lie, or they weren't questioning whether there was a surrogate involved. They just didn't like the delivery. Did you notice that?
Yep.
Nobody's saying, oh, he's lying. There's no such thing. Meghan didn't use surrogates or anything like that. Have you noticed that? They're just angry how you deliver. And by the way, you look fabulous as a brunette.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Do you not think though? Sorry.
Those really long hairs, I have a hard time keeping.
Your hair's better. Your weave is better than Meghan's. That's for sure. Right, Molly?
Definitely.
See, I've just got a gut feeling on this in how you've been attacked out the blue like this, Thomas. And I just feel like on the cusp of Harry and Meghan and the direction it's going. And we know at some point they're going to want back in the royal family. But then this big elephant in the room that your family, her family, they can't connect with one without the other. And I feel like this trying to muddy your name is sort of trying to, if they step back into the royal family, it will give them justification to why they're not doing that for you also. And a part of me just feels like it's a build up in trying to muddy your family again and put you back out there on full display. So should the royal family accept Harry and Meghan back in, it sort of justifies them not doing that with you. That's my gut feeling anyway, my opinion.
That's a really, really, really good point, Tina. You want to respond?
I have a way better chance of Meghan giving me $5 million to silence me than the royal letting them back in.
I'll take $5 million. Sorry, I'm going to go, Tina. Sorry.
I'm just saying, you know how they play their games, and just my gut feeling is if Harry and Meghan want that to happen, but they've got this big issue with the world then looking on and going, but what about the Markles? And the people screaming out, what about the Markles? They're trying to dirty your name in order to justify them not embracing you back in also, you know?
Absolutely.
That's just my gut. Anyway.
I think tomorrow, Tom, you should go out and buy 50 or to 100 jars of jam and remove the labels and then resell them as Tom Markle's white label jam. and just ride the algorithm of Markle and jam that is all over the news right now.
You know what's really funny is
and send it to each of us. One to Paula, one to Megan Small, one to Ron. we'll actually display it. We'll do a proper. Oh, Megan Small, tell Tom Markle about the thing about Nacho and how we know they're watching. Thanks to Andrew who brought that up, because it's insane. So we will do a proper influencer thing. Like we will open your bag and we will taste your jam.
I like how somebody snatched up the American Riviera Orchard UK.
Yeah, genius.
That was great.
I wish she'd done it.
Of course, Megan puts a story out there like that she's been like hijacked. Somebody hijacked her personally.
Yes, I saw that in the Independent.
What is that?
There's an article in the Independent saying that a royal prankster appears to have spread some mischief after buying a similar domain name to Meghan and redirecting it to a Waitrose page for King Charles's jam. So he's got loads of sales.
Nice.
And his jam shot up.
Apparently it's sold out.
Oh, I have mine. I'm so excited, y'all. I have my jam. I bought it for my birthday, the high growth package. I feel like I started that.
Love that. Love that.
Have you not seen the UK domain name, what they've done?
I donated £10 to that.
Oh yeah, so that for the food bank, they've done it in honor of
the food bank. Yeah, I did
that.
Yeah.
That's a good.
That's fantastic.
Victoria, to add to your point there, there's also a Canadian version. So if you go to AmericanRiviera.ca, it's called the Canadian Riviera, and then there's a link, and it goes to the Royal Foundation, and you can leave a donation there.
Oh, that's amazing.
I swear to God, there's never been so much jam on people's like kitchen tables this year.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Charles's jam's organic, so it's better for you.
I'm literally.
I feel like
environment.
It's such a British response, just going by all the jam, the counteractive, the opposite. Yeah. Just going by all the jam. That's what we do.
Also with Tom. Tom, it's such a response with Tom too, because as he gets attacked, we will always have your back, Tom.
Yeah.
If you need a message said, you can say, you know what, I need to come onto your channel. You can use it. You will always we will always have your back. And this is something I believe that scares the Harkles, because before you were truly alone, but now, believe it or not, YouTube is a huge community.
Yeah.
And they say unity strengthens in unity. So they know that even smaller channels, big channels, but when you put them all together, it's a huge community. The outreach is incredible. And now they know you have access to that.
I just really hope that there isn't like a jam and jelly sweatshop going underneath in the dungeon of Montecito, where the kids are like, in the sweatshop slave labor, jam.
Chopping up fruit. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, you guys, I just went to go look and see what domains were available. So I looked up AmericanRivieraOrchard.net, and that was taken. But I looked up AmericanRivieraOrchard.us, and there's a website on there that says, say no to unnecessary purchases, say yes to sustainability. I don't think that's Megan's website, you guys.
Yeah, I don't think that's Megan's website either.
What a dummy.
Was Megan always this dumb? Because the way she's going about things are very stupid. I sent Ron a screenshot of an answer I got from the FDA and the United that was forwarded to me. That how she hasn't, because it was asked specifically about Meghan Markle, and I have a code because I export to the United States of the USDA, and I can go in and find out whether or not she has any American Riviera and Orchard or Mama Knows Best. That's the parent company, have any food products, right? And I can look at it, and they haven't registered anything. So Meghan goes at it backwards, instead of, she has nothing planned. Do you think it's because your father or everything has always been sorted out for her, that now that she has to do it on her own, she's stupid about it?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Dad has said this several times in the last couple of weeks. He goes, he wishes he could get his money back from Northwestern because she didn't get an education, obviously.
People playing devil's advocate, Tom.
Don't-
I know, and I just want to ask this question, and I hope it doesn't offend you in any way, because I just want to ask this, if you could look at it in kind of like a kind of a holistic approach, or an open-minded approach. If she come to you and she said, right, I want to reconcile, I want to sort things out and mend the broken relationship that you and your family have with her, is that something you would ever accept? Would you ever try to heal the rift?
Love that.
I've
Love it. Yeah.
I've made this point, and I've said this several times. I don't think it would ever be genuine. And the only way that she could prove that fact if she made it a public apology, worldwide public apology first, and then with no Netflix crew or microphones that everybody knows she shows up with, because she would just do it for, you know, her own PR publicity. Trying to make amends with her father would actually make her look good, but everybody knows they're not going to buy it now.
Yeah.
Because remember, there is a small chance she might be watching it right now, so she could have just watched that. Next thing you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we know she's watching, right, Meghan Small? Because we did on Wednesday.
She
We
always
did the live
watches.
with Andrew, right, Megan and
Yeah.
Andrew. We did the live, and Meghan Small pointed out
Mhm.
that all the you tell it, man, because you're the one who got it, who did
Well,
that.
we were talking about her jam, and I had mentioned something along the lines of, oh, it's funny how everyone is posing with their jam, but we don't even see anyone actually tasting it. And if she really wanted to sell her products, it would be good if we saw someone eating it, consuming it, or even herself tasting it. And then we get the photo of Nacho pretending to eat it. But since we're on this talk about this jam, you know that she is supposedly begun her filming, right? For her cookery show, whatever.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So what has happened is that I think she has doxed the people whose house she is hosting this cookery show at. So Meghan Markle has basically linked up with an old couple, a 75-year-old and a 69-year-old philanthropist couple who live in Carpinteria, California, and is using their home and their kitchen. And Daily Mail published photos of their house, and now their address and everything is all over social media. And this is the same woman who constantly claims privacy, security, privacy, but has no cares about anyone else's like privacy at all. 100%. I hope those two elderly people's children are watching, and they need to get involved and get this harlot out of their parents' homes.
See, I'm sorry,
because
but it's
literally, there are photos of their entire residence now floating all over social media. People have their exact address. It shows all. They say it's Netflix vehicles, but I think it's their own production vehicles that they have hired to try and get something put together for Netflix. But the fact that Harry and Meghan are or Meghan at least, it's constantly targeting elderly individuals. Like, these people are 75 and 69 years old. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Meghan bent over with one of her low-cut shirts and the husband, accidentally got a look. Accidentally. But, you know, wife are best friends because we're philanthropists.
No, but you know what? It's amazing how she didn't even have to say where she's filming. She could have just put her show, but she always has to say that she's cooking from this mansion. And yes, Meghan Small, I've said many times,
worth and everything. Yeah.
I've said that that's not Netflix crew. Netflix, it's her crew. That what Harry took to that polo thing was actual production thing that they're renting. Netflix is just waiting to see what they produce to see if they're going to stream it. But you know, why does she have to say where she's filming? Why does she have to say? And did you see that article? The house is worth this amount of money, and why do they have to talk about money? Why didn't she just film the bloody thing?
That's what her worth is. Meghan thinks that just because she has something that's $5 million or she wears expensive outfits, that she's someone special. That's like, she is stuck in that 12-year-old retarded mentality of a little girl. My apologies for using the word retarded, but stuck in that mentality where she thinks like, oh, look at me, I'm playing in the kitchen, I'm making jam for friends, have my jam, like, try it out. Like, she is so immature. And the thing is that all she's doing is She's just social climbing in a different tax bracket. She's connecting herself to these people so that she can later say, oh, well, I'm friends with these people.
Exactly.
I'm friends with these people. That's all she's doing.
And welcome
Do a
back.
cooking show, Tom. You should do a cooking.
Thank
Hold on, Letty. You should do a cooking show, Tom, and we will stream it. We will put it on all of our YouTube channels.
Yes.
We're cooking, cook enchiladas with tequila. I can guarantee you, we'll stream it.
Did everybody see the article that came out a couple weeks ago about Harry and Meghan are getting worried because they're like they're running down below $60 million? I mean that pulled my heartstrings, so I wanted to see if we could start a GoFundMe.
Thank you very much.
Well, I have a question for you, Tom, if you don't mind. Yes, I'm back. I had to go get my daughter. Hello, everybody. I'll try not to dominate.
Hey.
This is for your father, because what bothers me a lot about your sister is the fact that she keeps the kids from seeing their relatives. Like, that's such a big, no for me. And how is your father dealing with it? Like, I feel like, will he get an opportunity to see his grandkids on a video or even?
Well, we've talked about that, and I said, Dad, you're just going to have to be patient because there's 6 other parents involved, and they have to share them, so we have to wait our turn.
Yeah.
Allegedly, in my opinion.
At least she's consistent with it all.
But seriously, do a cooking show. Cooking some enchiladas. Try and make a jam, and we will put it. I sort of got at least on my channel. I will, and I'm pretty sure Ron and we can make a skit of it too. But we can all stream it. We can all share your cooking videos, and you can have a guest host or a guest in your cooking show. Like whatever.
I also want to make something clear. Also, Meghan talks about her jam being my grandmother's recipe.
Yeah,
that is a straight out lie.
Do you guys honestly think she's going to succeed in this Riviera orchard, whatever? I don't see a success story here. I don't see her. I don't see the jam being some kind of new thing on the market.
I think American Riviera Orchard is just another washing machine for money.
Yeah, I mean.
How much so? I don't see her making millions.
No, you can have a company because it's registered in Delaware also. Their Mama Knows Best and American Riviera Orchard is now re-registered in Delaware under an LLC, and everybody knows. Even the French guys on YouTube, they went there and there's nothing there.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say a big shout out to the side chat who are incredibly triggered by us going on about jam so much. But deal with it. It's Jam Wars this week. Also, Enty lawyer, how are you? What's been going on? What are your thoughts on all of this? But first of all, how are you doing? What's been going on?
I'm doing well. How are you? Good to see so many people. You got quite the crowd today.
Yeah, I actually had to kick out I literally had to remove Jen. I was like, Jen, I'm so sorry. I need to take you out just for a second. So, but that's okay. That's right.
Do I need to go? Because I just
no.
Where are you going?
Okay.
No, you just stay there. Everyone's good. Anyway, Enty, how you been? Tell us your thoughts on all this.
I think that I don't know. I don't know if I'm the whole jam thing. From what I understood was, at least when she sent out the baskets, was that to get one of the 50 or whatever, you had to be willing to go say something nice and everything like that, and that she had to go through about 70. So I guess 20 people said no, and so they sent out the 50, and then the people who did the best job, then she went ahead and in her kind of way retweeted them, did something nice for them. I don't know. The supplier for it is just going to be somebody really inexpensive, and she's going to charge like $25 for a little thing of jam.
Well, listen, have you seen any of the Thomas Markle debacle that has been going on this week?
No, I don't think that I have. I've been focused on other things this week.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Oh, yeah, we saw about Marissa. Kyle.
So effectively, Tom made a skit about his sister, and it has been weaponized in mainstream news, and it's called to deplatform Tom from mainstream media outlets. It's absolutely shocking. Have you met Enty before? Tom, Enty, Tom?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah, that's fine. So I think that the main thing to take from this moving forward for Tom is spread as much as we can to increase Tom's voice, and that is got to be at the center of all this. So I'm just going to remind you again to make sure you're sharing this stream just now, you're liking it just now, and make sure you go to Tom's channel.
See what I mean? Here comes the chicken.
Here comes the chicken.
It's got me on there, Mimi.
Yeah.
Enty, what do you think of her renting the mansion or this thing? You know, of all the hoopla she's doing and the polo thing, everything. What do you make of all of that? At the mansion right now with this elderly couple, like Molly said.
Well, you know, my idea for the whole polo thing, the polo thing could have been a winner of an idea, but instead, you know, it's a fake match, and then, oh, Harry's going to win. Oh, well, congratulations on that. And then shoving the lady outside of the photo who wanted to be standing next to Harry. I thought that was quite the touch. But yeah, I had an idea. I thought, you know, you could actually make this polo thing a pretty good show if you decided that you wanted to do something like a WAGs kind of show, kind of like a Housewives, WAGs, Southern Charm kind of thing. And it could have been really cool and interesting and probably would have been a big winner for Netflix. However, they could never do that because they have to have it be about them.
Right.
And so that's their problem, is that show that I just described would be a winner. Like, I mean, people would actually watch. They would, just like any other Netflix kind of reality show, people would watch it, and it's Netflix, so you could even go a little bit above and beyond and maybe even make it closer to R-rated. But no, it has to be, oh, look, we're playing polo and it's this sport of kings, and let's talk to other rich people and how, you know, you should. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, Harry, come up to Scotland where we play no rules street polo, and then you'll know what polo is, my guy. Tom, what's sort of your opinion on the latest Netflix, you know, hopes and dreams of Meghan and Harry? Have you? I mean, obviously you probably had bigger problems this week, but you got anything you want to? Hang on a second. I think I've muted you again. Hang on a second.
First of all, I just don't. You know, at some point, Netflix is just. You know, they have to be like tripping out. Like, what are we even doing? I mean, so you would have to produce something spectacular.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that.
So they can squeeze the rest of their money out of that contract, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's funny you say that because we actually read an article this week on the Newsflash about how it's time to cough up Meghan and Harry. You know what I'm saying? It's time to deliver. And, you know, I mean, Netflix is a fairly large company, and I would imagine even Meghan and Harry would have an ordeal dealing with the Netflix legal team. Do you think this is panic from Meghan and Harry, Tom? Do you think that we're seeing them throwing together stuff on a whim, or do you think this has all been part of the plan all along?
Well, I don't know. Everything Meghan touches turns to gold.
Sure. Okay.
You know, I just like.
Yeah,
you know, you got to get a winner in there somewhere.
Yeah, law of averages it's certainly going to be playing to her side.
What happened to Lemonada?
I wanted to ask that.
That's a good question. That is a really good question.
Yes.
What do you think happened to it, Enty?
No, go ahead, Lady Letitia. Go ahead. You brought it up.
Yeah.
No, Tom, what's going on with Lemonado? We've never even heard of Lemonado. They're not even a name brand. I looked them up and still don't know who they are. They started in 2019, which, you know, that tells a story that she's not getting any brands, any major deals anymore, because Netflix and Spotify were major deals. We knew they were.
I think it's an ego thing. Well, look what I can do. Oh, yeah, I got Lemonada now. So there.
I don't know why.
Somebody sent me like an article about Lemonada, and they're like, where are they in Kansas or no? It's somewhere like
Ohio. I think Ohio.
Yeah, they described it's a public place where anybody can go in there and get on a podcast.
Oh,
well, what they're doing is they're redistributing the podcast and putting ads on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
One could have done for free. They just put it on other platforms, so it's free to the masses.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you make of it, Enty? Do you have any news on that, on the Lemonada and stuff like that? And also Meet Me at the Lake. What happened with that?
Okay, well, a couple things here. The Lemonada, when I first talked about it, I didn't go and sign up or anything like that to be kept apprised. but somehow now I get Limonada emails. So that's scary. But number two, Limonada, like somebody just said, is just essentially, it's just a distribution. They just sell ads. And, you know, they have like Jeanette McCurdy's on there, Sarah Silverman's on there, Julie Louis-Dreyfus is on there. It's just basically a place like you can go and you can record, you can distribute through Limonada if you want to. And they just try and sell ads. So it shows that nobody's really buying ads. The other thing about going to the Netflix stuff is this is what I found very Meghan Markle-ish. Okay. So the two news shows and the lifestyle one, the Martha Stewart ripoff, is executive produced by Meghan Markle. Not Harry. The Polo one, of which she knows nothing, she is also an executive producer on.
Brilliant. So, bring on the train wrecks. I'm ready for this, man. I'm going to be reacting to this series. The cooking one, especially. I've got so much to say about this.
Entry lawyer. Every time she is involved in something, CEO, executive producer, and so on, it diminishes. It doesn't. It's not a success because she will not allow the people that are successful in those fields to be able to make her successful because she's too busy being in control over everything.
Yeah.
And then when it goes wrong, she wants to blame.
And she also, speaking of, you know, she's going to have to blame somebody. You know, she wants to open an actual storefront in Montecito for her products. And because Gwyneth has a storefront there. So she goes, oh, well, I can do it too. You know, for those of you who've, you know, been to Montecito, it's essentially one street and the rents are very expensive. And I don't see how she will have the traffic to support that. I don't understand having a storefront. I think it's just because she wants to copy Gwyneth Paltrow. You know, and here's the thing is that I am convinced that Harry will be footing the bill for the rent and everything like that, while she will be taking all of the profits. And I've said this time and time again on here, is that Meghan doesn't really have any of her own money. And she can't, and I'll repeat this again, is that Harry's inheritance, she cannot touch if they get divorced. She needs to have some kind of income. And if she can get him to pay for all these setup costs and things like that, and then have it structured in such a way where she gets all the money, it gives her a chance to become independent from Harry or to leave Harry if that ever proves to be necessary. I also heard that when he goes to the UK next month for Invictus, that's when she's going to choose to launch everything and have this big kind of surprise. So that way he is forced to come back after being gone just a day again. So we shall see.
Yeah. Don't you find it? You know what? It's great that you said that thing about the inheritance money, because you remember you came on and you did that interview, Enty, and you said that you were very specific about that. That's the law. People were still leaving comments. No, Enty's wrong. Meghan can get his money, and remember that you said that. For some reason, people don't want to believe it though.
Inheritance is separate property. Period. End of story in California.
You know, if she's gonna open up a storefront in Montecito, I'd be more than happy to put my wig on and my moon bump and do this for the grand opening. 100% free of charge.
And there's just not a lot of store space. Like, where is she going to put it? You know, if you guys haven't been there, there's like one shopping center where there's like a Vons, a Pavilion to whatever, and there's a Starbucks over there, and that's kind of off to the thing. And then you have the main kind of thing, and there's restaurants, and there's a consignment store, and a tennis shop, and whatever. There's just I don't know where she's going to put it. And as somebody pointing out in the comments, Gwyneth didn't have a storefront day one because she didn't know, right? Gwyneth started with a newsletter. She didn't even try and sell anything at first. And then when she got everybody subscribed to Goop and all this kind of stuff, then she goes, okay, now I can monetize it because now I have a mailing list. And then figuring out what these people were going to want to buy and stuff. And instead with Meghan, we had all of these patents, right? She's going to sell bird seed, for God's sake. I mean, dog food, bird seed, jelly, just whatever she can, which shows that she's okay. Yeah. I can't compete with Gwyneth Paltrow and the vagina smelling candles. So let me go over here and try and compete, I guess, against Martha Stewart. And then I think about Meghan cooking, and I just know it's going to be some kind of Brooklyn Beckham disaster where you have 60 people trying to be behind the scenes to show her how to fry an egg.
And she's not going to allow them to let her fry the egg because she knows how to do it herself.
Listen, we proved she can't even cook toast, Letitia. We tore apart Toastgate last week, and we went deep into the myth that Meghan even knows.
Did I read correctly that Martha Stewart's probably going to sue her?
Oh,
I didn't hear that, but it wouldn't sort of shock me at all. I mean, it just sounds.
Yeah, I read it. I don't know how true that is.
She's an irritating dimwit.
I just saw an article saying that Martha Stewart is getting pissed off at Meghan Markle constantly connecting her name to her and being compared to her. I just saw it. The Daily Mail just came out with that, and GB News just posted about that too.
Oh.
That Martha Stewart is getting pissed off at the comparisons of her and Meghan Markle. Yeah, I would be too.
I would too.
Yeah. It's a bit wild for the rookie cooking show to be comparing himself to the
that's what she does, right? She thinks that just because she married an emotionally stunted idiot who just happened to be a prince, that all of a sudden she's Mrs. Know-it-all and like can go and do whatever she wants. She thinks that she gets to always start at the very top instead of learning the ropes on how to get to the top.
Well, she messed up her opportunity when she went on the Oprah show talking about the family with races. That ended her brand. I really do believe that when she lied and started unconscious bias and all that, that's when she was just a big liar. But back to the store. What is she gonna put in the store? Right now, she only got jam. But you guys said something about dog. We said dog food and stuff.
Yeah,
because she doesn't have any. She's not coming out with a. How do you launch?
It's lack of
I think just like Gwyneth Paltrow's candles, her scented candles. I think Meghan came out with her ass crack scented candle. So
allegedly.
She didn't want to copy, to the T.
That gave me an idea for a new drinking game for everyone watching. Obviously, it is a Friday evening. Allegedly, one finger of your drink. Meghan has a new business, two fingers. And last but not least, you've got to down it if Meghan's fake children get mentioned.
And Enty, what happened to me at the lake? Remember that big fanfare that they said that Meghan had bought the rights to the movie, and then Netflix quietly said, no, we did.
Yeah,
and they were going to work with A-listers, directors. What happened to that?
Well, I mean, Netflix is the one, remember, that ponied up the money, not Meghan. So they're the ones who bought the rights. And, Netflix is not doing that great right now. They just had an announcement where they're not going to release subscriber numbers anymore. And the reason they're doing that is because they have fewer. And they don't want to show anybody that they're going down. So, something like Meet Me at the Lake is never going to be a big project. That's the thing. It's if you were making it into a movie to be released in theaters, it would just be considered kind of like an indie thing. It would get maybe one screen at 1,000 screens across the country. And, so it's never who's going to want to go do that. And, if you want an A-lister, they're going to want a ton of money. And does Netflix want to dump a whole bunch of money into a movie that people really aren't all that interested in? So
a source said allegedly that it was called Meet Me at the Yacht.
Oh, that's a good one. I can't wait for the artwork to come out for that. I'm sure there's going to be some interesting thumbnails going around. I just want to say thanks to everybody who is watching right now. Make sure you slap a like on the video. Make sure you share it. We really want to get the main message of this show, which is really making sure that Tom, his voice can be spread as far as we can. So make sure you're sharing and doing all the good stuff. And if you've got any questions for us, put a big capital Q and then your question, and I'll try and get through as many as I can. So,
listen, David, sorry to interrupt you there, Ron. I always wanted to. I've never been on a live with Enty, right?
Yep.
And I've always wanted to ask you, what is that front room about?
What is that front room about?
Do you not like the front room?
I mean, it's a lovely front room, but every time I see it, I'm like, why is there an immaculate front room every time?
Listen, this is a direct live feed from Enty's front living room.
Would you prefer like clothes strewn all over the couches and everything like that?
I mean, it's very tidy. Is it yours? Don't worry, I'm not
No,
going to dox
it's
you.
just a screensaver that comes with StreamMate.
Yeah.
StreamYard.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister used this one for work.
Yeah,
I
Jen,
keep
but
waiting
you-
for Megan's Mole to do. Megan's Mole has to, at one point, please, whenever, if you know that I'm going to be on, you have to do this, the photo from 90210. I just keep waiting for you to do that.
Which one? The BJ photo?
Yes.
yeah,
I didn't want to get this channel taken down.
wrong.
That's why
yeah,
I was.
exactly. We've got to behave a little bit.
It could no. Well, it could even be with her just as she's popped up because she's surprised, and if you know, kind of thing, right? So
Yeah, that's
I'll
true.
figure out something for
That's
you
too
next time,
good.
Enty.
That's too good.
I'm
Too
surprised you
good.
haven't done that one, Molly.
Well, I like this moon bump one, right?
Yeah,
I
it's on
did
brand.
have. Do you remember? I did have the one with the eggplant in her mouth.
yes, you did.
Remember this
That's
one?
right. Yes, that was a good one, and I think that's what made me want. That's what made me think to ask you sometime to do the 90210.